Boy, Mr. Mumbles. King's Court, East 905. We're in the building. So what we are going to be doing is that we're going to be doing our little wrestling recap, going down what happened yesterday at TLC, tonight at Raw, what might be happening on SmackDown, and just getting that through there. Alright, so let's see. Alright, so with the pre-show, they had a match, Otis, Chad, and I think Big E, and versus Sami Zayn, Cesaro, and Shinsuke. It's a do-nothing match, but it was set up because they're going to be having Big E going against the title against Sami Zayn. So they made sure that Big E beat Sami Zayn. I do hope that, because they've been talking about the Big E singles run. So I feel they do need to, make do of that if they're going to split him up off the New Day. Give him at least a little bit of an intercontinental run there. Okay, so we had Drew McIntyre, of course, had his match against AJ Styles. Going back, AJ Styles injured his Drew's leg, so they played up that. And surprisingly, I knew it was going to happen, but earlier than I thought, Miz comes out and catching in his Money in the Bank, makes it a three-way match. I didn't think he'd come out until it was clear. Okay, so with that, basically they were all in the match together, all going against, because Miz did have a clear way, but then Osmos came in and took him out. And at the end of the day, with everyone feuding, it made it even. Drew was able to pull up the win and still be the title holder. Miz lost his Money in the Bank title shot, and Osmos almost looked pretty good, like he got a chair and didn't even affect him. But if they're gonna make him wrestle, he has to be able to feel pain, or it's stupid. Okay, so they had the women's title, SmackDown's, because at least the SmackDown's women got to have their own match. Okay, so we had Sasha versus Carmella. I will say Carmella has gotten better in the ring than she was before. But Sasha was able to, some good counters between them stuff. And it was a pretty good match there, so, but Sasha was able to win that one. Okay, so the Hurt Business were against the New Day. Like I predicted in my blog there, the Hurt Business were able to come out on top. I'm actually pretty happy about that. I'm a big New Day fan, of course, and like them and everything. And however, if they're gonna take it off the New Day, I do like that they gave it to the black team with the Hurt Business. I'll have to say, even though I fully believe that, WWE, WWF, Vince McMahon, however you want to look at it, has his his issues with stereotypes and only being, especially with minorities, he can only push them as stereotypes, and they do get held down in wrestling compared to their white counterparts. So um, I do like that 2020, even though it has been such a horrible year for the world, they have definitely, and I don't know if it's because it's such a trash year that they use this year, but this is probably the first year, and I've been watching wrestling right now for what, 30 years? This is the first year that you've ever seen more than one black wrestler really get respect on WWE. So hopefully, when things open up, all of them don't lose their title, and this was just a place card. But we'll see how that goes. But New Day did win. However, the story of it for me was the chemistry or lack thereof between Cedric and Shelton. Like, it looks like they gave them the title, but they're already setting up the breakup of this team down the line, as you see how Cedric's always trying to put on the show. But but it was a great match, and I'm glad that they won. And okay, so the other, so that was like, I don't know, like, could I seen that they were going to the Hurt Business was going to win? Um, I, and they just, like, those four put on great matches consistently. So it's just expected greatness from them. So I don't want to downplay that one. But a more interesting one was for the women's tag team match. So it was supposed to be Asuka and Lana, and if you remember Lana, they had Lana taken out due to injury, and they did not. Asuka got to choose who she'd want to tag with. They didn't announce, Mandy Rose thing, who else people were, wanting to. And it was actually a surprise to me because I didn't read that she would be coming back. It was Charlotte Flair. What I did not like about this, and I swear that, like, Charlotte Flair is almost like the Cena level of showing, like, the privileges. Not only did they make her come back, not only did win the title, but it wasn't even like a flute flip. They made her look way too strong. Like, it's way too strong, way too over. Like, these guys, like, I don't know. It's the pandering that it seems that the writers do to appease Charlotte annoys me to the point where I can't like her. Because as good as she is, they overdo it on top of that, and they don't need to because she is good. But as I said, Charlotte and Asuka did win. I hope that this doesn't last